Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do an everyday glamour sort of look. Let's get started. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion, and I'm just putting a little bit of that on my ring finger and patting that all over my lid space up to my brow bone. We're going to be using mainly the Naked 3 palette for this, and the Stila Eyes Are the Window shadow palette in mind. So I'm taking the color Stranger from the Naked 3 palette and putting that on a large fluffy brush, and I'm just putting that all over my eyelid, all the way up to my brow bone, and this is just going to act as a base, as a good blending color. And then I'm going to take the color Observation from the Stila palette and take just a fluffy blending brush. Here I'm using an EcoTools fluffy blending brush, but you can use whatever you have, and I'm just using windshield wiper motions, and I'm putting that right in the crease. As you can see, I have a little bit of a hooded eye, so I'm putting it in the crease and bringing it a little higher as well. Next, we're going to go in with the color Limit from the Naked 3 palette, which is just like a pinky, mauvey, taupey transition color. And I'm just applying that on top of the Observation color. And this is just going to act as a nice transition. So then I'm going to go in with the color, let's see, Imagination, which is like, I describe it as like a blackberry color. It's like a blackened purple, but I'm using the smallest amount of this, and I am just blending that over where I put the transition colors and into my crease and onto like the outer fourth of my eye a little bit. And then I'm going to take just like a flat shader brush. This one's from Coastal Scents, and I'm going to use the color Mugshot, and I'm just going to place that on the let's see, what's this? What would you say? Outer third of our eye. Blending it over that blackberry color a little bit and up into the crease. I'm then going to take my ring finger and the color Burnout from the Naked 3 palette and just kind of pat that on the inner 1/3 of the eye. And this is just going to brighten the inner corner and bring a little bit more lightness to the eye. And I'm using my finger here. I prefer my finger with this particular color from the Naked 3 palette. And just making sure that's all blended. So now we're going to move on to the face. So I'm using the Tarte primer in Clean Slate. And I'm just going to rub that all over my face. And then I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match. Oh, not yet. Sip of coffee. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match foundation in N1, and I'm just dotting that all over my face. I wish this had a pump, but it doesn't, so I just kind of shake it up, get a little on my finger, dot it everywhere until I have equal amounts of dots all over my face, and I'm making faces. Isn't that wonderful? Here I'm looking for my brush. I'm going to use the Real Techniques buffing brush and buff that out. Next, I'm going to go in and highlight and conceal, and this is in the color Radiant, and this is the Instant Age Rewind. And I'm going to use that same brush I used to buff out my foundation to buff out the concealer. And then I'm going to set it with Ambient Lighting Powder and Ethereal Glow. I like that to set under my eye. And I'm going to go back in here, this is really fast, sorry, with that Mugshot color and just smudge it a little bit underneath my lash line. And then take that big brush and kind of blend out the edges. And once my blending is done, I'm going to move on to my brows, and I'm just going to show you the one here. And I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown, I believe it is, or chocolate, dark brown or chocolate. I'll leave it in the description box below, and I'm just filling it in slightly. And then going in with the brow powder by Anastasia, and this is in medium brown. And mixing the two colors to fill in the outer half and the tail, and then just using that lighter color on the inner. And then I'm going to set that with Anastasia's Brow Gel, which I absolutely love. This stuff is wonderful. So once that is done, I'm going to curl my lashes. This is just a Revlon eyelash curler. I do one at a time, so I'm curling this eye first, and then I'll go on and apply mascara right away. I'm using the Butterfly Intenza in waterproof. I like to do this, it holds the curl better. My lashes have a hard time holding the curl, unfortunately. So I curl them, go in with one coat of waterproof mascara. So I did that to the other eye. And then I'm just going to go in with these Milani new foiled eyeshadows. And they're a really interesting consistency. I was going to use a brush, but I decided to use my finger. They're kind of like a creamy, powdery. So I'm just going to put that on the inner corner for a little bit of shimmer and a pop of a little bit of glamour to make the eye look just a little more interesting. And you can see here how pretty it is. It just makes the inner corner just pop. So I am going to put the Rimmel Nude eyeliner in my waterline. This just helps open the eye up. And let's see. Oh, moving on to bronzer. So I just use a light color. I think this is Hoola by Benefit, the smallest amount. And just warm up the side of my face, kind of that contour area, more as a contour than a bronzer really. And then I'm going to go in with the color Rocketeer, also by Benefit. I love the way these blushes smell. And I'm going to use a Real Techniques multitask brush and just pop that on my cheeks. I'm not going to use a highlighter with this because the Rocketeer has some shimmer in it. So I think it looks really nice. And this color also complements the taupey, mauvey, purpley colors that we have going on in our eyes. And as you can see, I also added some mascara to my bottom lashes. Okay, so moving on to lips. So here I'm using, I had a hard time filming this, can you tell? Here I'm using the NYX lip liner in nude pink or nude rose. One of those, I'll leave it down below. And I filled in all of the outside of my lips, and then I'm going to blend it out with my finger to just kind of smudge it. And then I'm going in with a new product by L'Oreal, and these, I'm not sure what these are called, but it is in the color Rose Tattoo 101. And I love this. This is so cool. It is matte lip color, which is totally in right now. And this is just a really pretty pink kind of color. And it's one of those two-step systems. So you put the color on, and then you put the chapstick on top, and it stays all day. And this really did. It smells really good. That's what it smells. And yeah, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. Please feel free to subscribe, like, let me know what you guys want to see next. If you like this style video or not. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.